This episode of FullMetalOtaku is brought to you by Figure's new album, O's to Rebellion, which you can buy on Amazon, CD Japan, Disc Heaven, iTunes, and streaming on Spotify.
Warning, the following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for young audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, if you do not want to be spoiled, then go the fuck somewhere else. Please enjoy this episode. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? This is FullMetalOtaku, and I'm here with some new guys. Well, except one. He's been here before. But I'm at the Misfit, joined by a good friend of mine, Philip, also known as PsychoKnight, and he's brought some friends with him. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm DavistheGamelord.
I'm Donovan Thompson, one of the members of Shadow Dwellers, which is still unreleased yet. This is Charley McRae.
Hi!
And you know, already know Philip from the last episode he was on. I believe it was episode 10.
Wait, we leaving Cole out here?
Cole.
Oh, okay. I was eating a sandwich. This is Coletrain.
Coletrain. That's clever.
What's up?
That's clever. So so normally you guys haven't been here before, but basically what we do here, PsychoKnight knows what we do here. It's first we talk about what we've been watching lately, and what we're going to watch, and then we get to anime topics with like articles. All right.
Right.
So basically, you know what? Since I'm not going to start it this time because getting this new people here. Who wants to start first of what they've been watching?
Let's
Well,
see.
I recently finished watching the anime series Drifters. Has anyone here seen it?
I have it.
Not yet.
I have it on my queue for Crunchyroll, but I'm going to get to it.
Well, the basic concept of Drifters is basically several warriors from throughout history are sent into another universe when they die. You got, the only two that I can even remember the names of are Wyatt Earp and the Sundance Kid.
Hence the name Drifters. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is this?
But they're like real people from throughout history. You got, hell, Hitler was actually in the show. Hitler was. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's that show. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it is Japan. It is Japan. Different political views. And also Joan of Arc, Rasputin, and, Gilderay. I don't know how to pronounce that. I probably butchered that pronunciation.
Do they have
Listen, we do it all the time. So.
But it's made by the same people who made Hellsing Ultimate.
We just say that
So-
anime.
Really?
Yeah, same people who made Hellsing Ultimate. It's got the same animation style and everything. But what I believe the show did much better than Hellsing Ultimate was the comedy. Because in Hellsing Ultimate, it had bits of comedy, but it didn't really blend well with it.
Yeah, that was
Here-
different tone and how?
Yeah, Hellsing Ultimate was more like one of those more serious shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it had sprinkles of comedy in it, and it just didn't work.
I would like to know how that got past Toonami censors too.
Well,
Well, we had that conversation earlier.
it wasn't all that bad. It was sort of ridiculous at first, but for Hellsing, it definitely was probably one of the great ones when it comes to like story-wise and a little bit
Oh, yeah.
of blood and action, definitely.
And bloodiness.
The bloody, yes.
It makes Wes Craven look like a pansy.
Well, when I guess make something about vampires, you have to have a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Duh. Well, except for in Twilight.
That's what makes it more fun. That's what makes the anime more fun and gore. You got to have blood and gore and body parts flowing all over the doggone place.
Well, I mean, it depends on.
Amen.
It depends on your definition of fun.
My definition of fun is Mortal Kombat.
You know what?
Yeah, where she gets her butt kicked every time. Anyway, moving on.
I thought about this. I'm like, why don't they turn that into an?
Don't you dare start with me, boy. Don't start with me on that BS.
I would love to see a Mortal Kombat anime at some point.
You know what? Do not include Melina. Do not include Melina.
Well, she has
And one person talk at a time, please. The audio can't take it.
She actually has to be in it because she's the main character of that entire story. So, but
why would you make a clone out of a katana? That's so freaking stupid.
Babe, okay, guys, we're getting off topic.
Okay, but anyways, Coletrain.
What's up?
Which is a really, really wow, clever name. That's the word I was looking for. Clever. What have you been watching lately?
Well, after watching, catching up on some of my recordings of Toonami last night, just
wrong person.
Yeah,
it's Coletrain,
Mr.
man.
Huh?
Sorry.
Time, boy. Anywho.
Okay, I'll say
No
that last
interrupting.
comment later. All right.
Okay. All right. So the newest thing I've seen was I'm trying to remember the name of it. I've seen like about 5 episodes, but it's basically Japanese version of doing comic book heroes. It's like a whole school of like.
Is it My Hero Academia?
Yes, that's what it was.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. So my friend.
It's really good.
Yeah, my friend Scotty, he got me onto it because he's a pretty big fan of anime. So I've seen a few episodes, which, my God, a couple of those were just hilarious. I loved it, but I really like it actually so far. Basically, people just are mysteriously just starting to get powers. There's no real answer for it. So far, no one has been able to discover what exactly is happening, but they do know when someone's going to get powers. I can't remember exactly the details, but it has to do with like your bones in your pinky. I do remember that where based off it's like based off the certain length of it in your foot, like the pinky of your foot.
Wait,
they can tell when you're going to get powers when you get a little older. Quirks, as they call it in the show.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. So.
That explanation made no sense to me, man.
Well, it all depends on like certain genetics and like what certain like ways they quirks or what ways they actually can display those kind of abilities. Like there's a huge variety of some of them. Like I've actually gotten caught up on some of the episodes. Like just recently today, I just saw episode 13 of the second season, and it's actually gotten pretty good and popular for most thing. Like some of the powers are pretty amazing.
Yeah, the protagonist it follows is this kid who, like when he was young, he witnessed. I forgot what he witnessed. I don't know if it was a video or if it was an actual event, but he basically witnessed this guy called All Might, who's basically like Thor, Captain America, like mixed together. So he's this massive, great hero. That he looks up to. He's been dreaming of being a hero all his life. At first, he's told by a doctor he's not going to.
Because he doesn't have a quirk in his body.
Yeah, he isn't going to get it, apparently. So, his dream is just completely crushed. And then one day, there's a villain. They're out beating a bunch of heroes. All Might, because of... if people haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it.
Wait, we're still talking about Hero Academia, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just making sure.
That's all good then. And I won't spoil like this one part of the story. But he's unable to help. He jumps in, tries to be a hero. Eventually, the other heroes save him, but All Might thinks he's worth spending some time trying to help him become a hero. So
By
that's
like his ability to him, kind of being like a mentor to him.
Yeah, that's basically what he becomes. And then from there, starts having a bunch of adventures.
And when we
Yep.
get to the article stuff, there's a bit of news about Hero Academia that I want to get to, but go
I guess we're continuing on, but yeah. With that being said, the kid then goes on to a school with a bunch of other kids, including one of his friends with a childhood who definitely has like a shorter fuse than anyone I would actually know, but plus also, but eventually they all come together and actually try to take down some of the bad guys, and recently they're just trying to find heroes to help recruit them and explore more.
when I first, because I've only seen a handful of episodes, because I got like other animes I want to watch too. But like at first I thought this was to me it's more like an anime version of Power Rangers. I don't know why I think that, but that's where I got out of that.
The one thing that resembled Power Rangers to me in anime was that those couple episodes of Level E. Anyone ever seen that one with the alien coming to Earth and just doing like fucked up shit?
I think I'm seeing it. I heard about either one of those two.
Yeah, basically this alien from planet Dogra, he comes down to Earth. I don't know, just for some sort of amusement, I guess. And there are some like wacky adventures, like. The voice actor for the alien prince named Bach is voiced by Vic Mignogna, same guy who did
I like him.
Edward Elric and Full Metal Alchemist and a bunch of other shows.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
What else have you seen, man?
Well, I discovered last night that even Funimation does like dubbing of some live action movies.
Yeah.
Last night,
Go ahead.
Sorry. Last night, a friend of mine from my neighborhood started playing a little bit of Ip Man 3, and after playing through some of the scenes, I started to catch like some of the voice actors that were actually dubbing in, like Todd Habercorn, Colleen Kinkenbeard, Alexis Tipton, a bunch of other ones.
You mean the
Pretty well too.
basically?
I mean, Fairy Tail and a bunch of other ones. Even Christopher R. Sabat, like the guy who played as Piccolo, Vegeta, and even All Might.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really thought you were gonna say Rurouni Kenshin when you said last.
Oh no! You couldn't pass his Kenshin. Definitely not.
Those movies are amazing.
Yo, Cole, we can hear you echo.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I'm echoing.
are you done?
I'll be with you guys in a second. I'm about to have some dinner real quick.
Uh,
Okay.
I shall leave once more.
No. So he's gonna take a break, but we're still gonna go on. Let's see. Charlie, what have you seen lately? Anime-wise.
I have seen old animes that I can remember when I was a little girl growing up. I've seen,
You there, Charlie?
huh?
No, she was thinking about it. I said, go ahead.
I've seen Death Note.
Never go
I've
wrong with Death
I've seen Go Danner.
Hmm.
I don't
Never
know if
heard-
y'all heard of that, but
Note. I have to look
I've
that up.
seen Gundam.
Which Gundam though? Because there's like 5 billion of them out there.
there's tons of them. There was a Gundam in the 70s.
I was always a fan of Gundam X-Wing. I don't know why, but
I've always seen, I don't know, but I've seen this 1996 Tekken, the motion movie picture. It was a CG animated movie. And I think out of all of those animes, that one was the best one for me because it focuses on devils and angels. And I love fighting games a lot. So I think that one, to me, stood it out the most out of all of the other animes I used to watch.
I mean,
And it,
oh, go
and it kind of sort of involves around the Mishima family, who is Kazuya Mishima, Jinpachi Mishima, Heihachi Mishima, and Jin Kazama, who is Jun Kazama's son. I mean, Jun Kazama's mother.
And for those of you who are living under a rock and don't know what Tekken is, get out. Go. Stop jerking off. Get out. It's a video game.
We don't want your kind here.
It's a video game series. Very popular video game series up there with Dead or Alive and Mortal Kombat up there in that area, right? And Street Fighter.
For those of y'all don't know what Dead or Alive is, get out. If you do not play Dead or Alive or Tekken, then get out, because those are the two games that are just.
Kidding. Don't go anywhere.
Hold on.
Don't go anywhere,
I've
please.
seen Let's Play. I've seen Let's Plays of Dead or Alive, but I've never played it. Can I stay?
Yeah.
Listeners.
Oh, you can stay because you're in here for now.
I mean, if you know what it is but haven't played it, that's all fine and dandy. But like, if you,
I mean, me and Philip played it, and Philip couldn't stop drooling over the bathing suits of the female.
I don't blame him, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah, no one
And
can
Philip
blame him.
stopped drooling because of Kasumi and her angel costume outfit.
Hey, it's Kasumi. What are you gonna do?
It means I'm a guy, so you know.
Now
Exactly.
What I've
Guy.
been watching,
It's
I've been
just
watching,
how it is, babe.
I've been watching some
Yeah.
newer stuff. Like there's.
I mean, if you're that jealous, then say something.
So I've been watching.
I'm not jealous. I'm not gonna be jealous over a fictional video game character.
All right, guys.
compete.
Let Matt talk. Let
So
Matt
I've been
talk.
watching. I started watching like some of the newer stuff that's coming out. Iro Manga Sensei, which is a comedy about a lewd comic manga creator. But what's crazy about it is the illustrator is actually the little sister. So it's kind of it's really hard to explain this when you haven't seen it, because it's really,
It sounds weird.
it's funny weird, if I can put it like that. It's basically about
I
a
know
manga
what you
creator, basically. That's a really good show I've been watching. Attack on Titan season 2. I just finished watching that. That is,
Oh hell yeah,
that's some great stuff.
dude! It looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And it looks realistic too.
Well, I mean,
Realistic.
and what's
I
funny-
haven't
what-
finished the second season yet, but I have read the manga.
What's funny about what's great about Attack on Titan is you can take the very first opening theme, da 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 that one. You can actually put that in front of anything, and it works.
I did that
when the
Can I
pigs in the egg.
Yeah.
Can I stop y'all? Can I interrupt you on that one, Matt? I know this is going to be off topic though, but why did they include big old giant
Titans.
beast on attack? Yeah,
I actually know.
that's
I know the story for that. Apparently, what happened was the creator, he was in a bar, and then there was this drunk tourist who did not know English.
Yeah, I want to know how this
And-
works. Yeah, go ahead. I've never heard this story.
That tourist was drunk as hell. He could not communicate with him in any way, so he thought and he was just terrified of him, and he thought, that's the most terrifying thing out there. Something that's humanoid, looks almost exactly like a human, but you can't communicate and can't reason with.
You're talking about the creator of Attack on Titan, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what he put them Titans in. Because they look like humans, you can't communicate or reason with them in any way. Kinda. Now it's starting to get kinda... They're starting in the story, if y'all... Spoiler alert. They're kind of able to communicate with them, somewhat.
If you haven't
And
seen
some of
Attack on
them-
Titan, go. Get out. Live. Now.
Yeah, that's where you're talking about, Davis.
Attack on
It
Titan
is.
became, I believe, when it first came out, not too much was going on about it, and then it got really popular. So
Very, very... I was in high school when it happened. I mean, and it took
so was I.
4 years to season 2. Yeah.
So Phil, can I ask you a question? Why? I'm sorry to cut you off, Davis. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I was done
But
talking.
why do? I'll be quiet.
I said I was done talking. You can go ahead.
Oh, my bad. But Philip, why do?
I haven't even got to finish a while else I was talking. No. We can get what do you want to say so I can, die? Because I don't even know what I was fixing to say.
What I want to know is why we can't do why we can't have the same thing as Boruto, like in the Naruto generation.
Nope.
Like,
Question. Not doing it.
No, I second that.
Nope. You know why?
Why?
It's dragging it on too long.
That and it would be accused of what's the word? Copying, because there's already a manga out there that's pretty much the exact same thing of Naruto, just with different characters.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I've been also watching Sakura Quest, which is
Oh God.
it's really interesting.
Okay, look, I gotta bring this up
I've heard
real
of
quick.
it, but I've never seen it.
I gotta bring this up.
Oh no, it's not good. Every time Philip says he's gonna bring something up, it's never good.
It's just an honest to God question.
I'm kidding.
Who's hotter?
What?
What?
Who's hotter?
Hinata or Sakura? Who's hotter?
Oh, Hinata.
Hinata, of course.
Well,
Hinata.
Hinata does have them
Look,
big old.
I'm asking this because of the viewers. If there's some people who will watch this and if they say Sakura, you better get out of here.
To be honest,
Hinata.
the pink
To
hair
be
works
honest
for
with
me,
you,
but Hinata's got them big old. She's got that long hair and them big.
I'm gonna be honest. With
them
you.
big melons that she got.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When they first introduced Hinata and Naruto, I couldn't stand her at first. Like I really couldn't. But then she grew on me. So it's like, shut up, Philip.
Phrasing. Boom.
But
I still don't care about her.
But she's one of my favorites now. But now, if you were asking me who's hotter between not Sonata, Lady Tsunade and Sorry Charley Kushina, I can't do that one.
But hey, listen, this is something we can all agree on. Sakura and Sasuke being together is horrible. It's horrible. Boo.
Let's be honest.
It's basically kind of like a ninja version of Joker and Harley Quinn, if you think about it.
Oh,
He
Jesus
killed
Christ.
her.
Oh God, that is. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Wow.
He cut her arm off.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. And
I think he
and
cut
to
her
be
arm
fair-
off.
To be fair, Sakura isn't even what's her face's mom.
No, because you know how in all the other series...
Dude, Cole, we can hear an echo.
I can't really help it. I mean, I got shit.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
He lagged out.
Fuck
Hello?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Oh boy.
Where was I? What the hell were we talking
There it is.
about?
Can't work.
Okay,
We were talking about how Sakura and Sasuke being together is stupid.
okay.
Yep, he lagged out.
Here's
That is
how...
stupid.
Now, Philip, what were you saying?
Y'all can't see it, but
Oh,
Philip
I
just
didn't
got
realize
the, he's
I
got the
was
funniest
able to
face right
talk.
now.
Anyway,
What?
the reason I say that it's like Joker and Harley Quinn's because throughout the whole original series and Shippuden, Sakura's been constantly going after Sasuke.
No, I understood why you got it. But
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, damn, Cole.
He's gone again.
It's pretty, but I didn't think about it until you said it, and so I'm like, and brought it up. I'm like, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, when I first saw the original Naruto series, back when it was first coming out, I was like in fucking elementary school or middle school.
Hang
When it
on,
was
guys.
coming
I'll
up
be
to,
right back.
All right, when I was coming in
All right,
on
leave the phone on.
When I was
Leave
on,
the phone on. Thank you. Leave it on. Oh, whatever we do, we're getting.
So
I'm not editing hours of this. Okay, I struggle enough with 1 hour.
I have to edit anyway. So, before you finish, Davis, what you were talking about, I was gonna say, so where you say the whole, Sasuke and Sakura are like Joker and Harley Quinn. Think about Naruto is basically Batman.
Well, Naruto's killed people before.
But
I
my
wouldn't
point-
agree with you.
No, my point is, why I say that because Bruce Wayne's parents both died when he was young. Naruto's.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by that.
Are we still recording?
But now what were you saying?
What did you say, Dave? Okay.
What I was saying in the original, when I was first watching the series, I always thought, I was like, Dallas to Donuts is definitely going to happen. When the show ended, Naruto and Sakura are going to get together.
That's what everybody thought. That's what everyone
Yeah.
thought.
Until Shippuden came around, and then, when you start seeing the whole romance between him and Hinata, I actually eventually did start shipping that. Yeah.
I would have loved to actually have I would have loved to see Naruto's parents live through the whole thing, and then see, Sakura treat Naruto the way she did, and seeing Kushina watch that. It would have been hilarious.
That's you just had a Charley moment right there.
I know, but that would be funny.
Half of the group is gone right now.
Well, while they're gone, I'm gonna finish my statement of what I've been watching.
I know. I'm just bringing that shit up right now for the audience. Half of them are gone.
I showed that you should not watch with little kids or parents around, for that matter. Actually,
Akisora.
No, that's not where I was going with it. This one is called Seven Moral
It's
Sins.
a show you shouldn't watch with parents or kids, though.
Well, Seven Moral Sins is one where I can't even talk about it because I don't. It's so. Yeah, that's really basically. It's so out there. It's if you've seen High School DxD, you know what you're gonna get into with Seven. It's not bad. I mean, I like
a whole
it.
lot of fan service, basically.
Pretty much.
Oh. Well, I might need to check this out.
But it's not a bad series from where I'm watching it. It's really good. But that is in the way of everything.
The whole harem genre, I'm just not big into it, really. It's just not my bag.
ELD Live or Live is another one I've been watching. I think somebody brought that up earlier. I could be wrong, but
I don't think so.
But it's really good. It's basically like Star Trek meets Star Wars, but with cute anime girls. But they go to Earth, basically. I don't know how to actually use the info on it. It's really confusing.
Okay, look, we all have to be completely honest. When you describe any anime out loud, it just sounds stupid.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, unless it's like Attack on Titan, but
it depends on how you word that one, really.
Yeah, good point, I guess. Another one I've been watching is called Tiger Mask W. It's a Japanese. It's basically about Japanese wrestling promotion in New Japan. But it's really cool. If you're a wrestling fan, you're gonna like that. Another show I've been watching. What the hell is that? What's that? I have my queue is Konosuba. I finished watching Konosuba and it's great.
What the hell? Whoa, what's going on here?
Oh my gosh.
So Konosuba, I just finished that. Really good show. Check it out. It's one of those comedy animes. Who doesn't love a good comedy anime? You know, the type of animes that I like for some odd, strange reason is when you have a guy who somehow starts living by himself, right? And then each episode,
even though he's 12 years old,
that or however old he is, but anytime you get the episode 3, then the one girl shows up, and then episode 5, another show goes up, and he starts living with 15 girls at once, and it's one of the great things to watch. But
wow,
I love watching those type of shows.
Speaks a whole lot about your character. That was a burn, bit.
He's never bored, I guess.
Hey, you get a lot of girls,
I ain't complaining.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Handshakers.
I'm watching Boruto intro, man.
No. Handshakers, no.
I said I was going to be watching the intro.
As long as I don't hear it, we're good. Saga of Tanya the Evil is pretty good too.
Oh yeah,
Hey, y'all talk. I gonna get my food.
like you were saying, Tanya the Evil. That is a great show. I've actually been watching that too.
What is that about?
It's basically, it's a weird premise.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like in an alternate history of World War One. All the countries are named differently, but it's all basic concept. But it's got magic in it. But
Okay.
it's not like how you'd think. Really, it's hard to. You got to watch it. It's like scientific magic, and you focus on this young girl who's basically a commander in the show, and she runs a whole squad of mages, the ones who use the ones who use the magic, and they go out fighting. She's on the side of the country that is Germany
Mm-hmm.
in World War One, and in reality, what turns out, you learn this in the second episode. Spoilers, by the way. You learn this in the second episode. It turns out she's actually from Earth, our version of Earth. But in our version of Earth, she was just like a businessman. But what happened was the businessman pissed off someone, and the guy pushed him in front of a train, and right before he died, he was reincarnated in a different world as a young girl.
Oh, Jesus.
But he was told, but he was told by God. I know, I'm telling you, this is a very weird-sounding premise, but it's actually very good. He was told by God, if he dies again, he ain't coming back. So he's doing everything he can to survive as this young girl. And since she was from an orphanage at that young age in the world, she was basically bound for death, so she just joined the army. She joined the army and rose through the ranks, and since in our world, World War One already happened, she knows all the tricks and all and whatnot. She uses that to move up in the military, win battles, and basically almost got Germany to win the war.
Almost.
It's actually a pretty good show. Brian or Matt, which I'm sorry, I forget your name.
Pretty interesting right there.
What were we talking about now?
Tanya the Evil. I basically explained the story. Why don't you give your rundown of the story? Yours might be better than mine.
I'm not finished with it yet, but from what I've seen, it's okay. How do I put that? It's out there, but like not to the point where it gets ridiculous.
God help us.
It's actually a good premise. It's actually pretty good at world building.
Yeah,
The world it's built itself in is actually very, very good.
You know it's weird. You know it's weird when I found out that because I'm gonna lie, when I sort of like fell asleep while watching the first episode because I was tired that night, but I had missed the point where the flashback that he was a guy. It was a guy. That's a girl.
Yeah.
I completely missed that, and I came out and said, "She's kind of cute," and then come to find it's a guy, and then I cracked.
You realize that's a child, right?
Hey, I say cute. I didn't say.
Oh, okay. I understand what you said. You blinked off a little bit in my end.
But if you watch the Manga Sensei, then the whole statement goes out the window. No.
I guess call's over, I guess.
No, we're still doing the show.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Donovan's back.
But
Yeah, sorry about that.
another show I started watching was Blue Exorcist Season 2.
Season 2?
I've heard a lot about it. One of my friends in high school, she would drool about that show, but I just never got into it.
It's not for everyone.
Season
I can
1
say
was
that.
awesome.
You missed it earlier. I brought up 7 moral sins.
7 Deadly Sins?
No, 7 moral sins.
Ah.
Or 7 moral.
Seven Deadly Sins is actually a good show too.
Yeah, that one's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Funimation, I think.
It's associated with Funimation, but it mostly shows on Netflix.
I like that about certain things on Netflix now. You got they're making their own anime. They have their own version of Voltron now.
Yeah.
which
Really?
they've done it in anime style. They also have
Wasn't Voltron an anime, actually?
Yeah, it was already animated TV show like early in the 90s and 80s, but they had like some revamps over the years.
I mean, Thundercats took a whole anime revamp, style to it.
Yeah, like in 2012, 13, it was pretty good, but like the story kind of got sidetracked, huh?
Yeah, see, I have Drifters right here in my queue. I just haven't got a chance to watch any of it yet.
Watch it. It's actually very good.
I'm going to get, watch it.
It's pretty damn violent. I mean, one of the main characters, Shimatsu Toyohisa, his main thing is cutting people's heads off. They actually get that right about samurais, how they had the head collecting.
Yeah.
Head collecting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on now. Head collecting?
Yeah, samurais would cut
you didn't
people's
know they
heads
did
off.
that?
Like, remember that YouTube video that Philip kind of showed us a while back, like on Skype? Actually, it was something on YouTube that involved like a bunch of facts about samurais and shit.
I think I've seen that.
They had artwork
Yeah, they used to
with
cut
the
people's
heads
heads off.
drawn on
Oh,
it.
we just ruined Charlie's world. For all of y'all who do not know, Charlie is a huge Samurai Jack fan, and we just ruined our world right now by saying that.
Well,
Charlie
did we
Reale
forget
is
to
a
mention
little...
they also collect noses too?
Well, to be fair,
Yep, noses.
Samurai Jack isn't even an accurate description of a samurai either.
Charlie's cringe face.
But,
I think they used to cut. I think they used to take people's ears also.
Okay, I know.
No, not their ears. It was mostly nose.
Noses. Okay.
Enough. I'm done.
Samurai
I'm done
Jack.
with samurai. I'm done. No more Battle Cry. No more Samurai Jack. None.
Well,
I'm a ninja girl
We're
now.
making a show about samurais.
Your
No more
character's supposed to say
samurais.
that.
Even Samurai
Oh, for
7.
God's sake.
Speaking of samurais, check out Samurai 7. Really good show.
Oh yeah,
I did
definitely.
not know samurais collect heads.
Those were like the olden days, like
That was back in
Like,
the way
feudal.
long before any of us
back in
thought
the
about.
era
Yeah.
of samurais.
Samurai in general were
too.
around before thing were thought about. Samurais don't exist anymore.
That's why I said long before.
They
we-
ended in World War II.
Well, actually,
No.
Nice.
So
They got the principles, but they ain't samurai.
no.
But
why am I in love with samurais now when now that you just told
Because
me?
you always saw the clean
Right.
versions.
yeah, you always saw the clean version. You never saw.
you've seen the American version.
Well,
Well, even for
real
the
life
Japanese animators.
Oh, speaking
And
of
they were-
Japanese, Twin Star Exorcist. I finally finished it.
Y'all just ruined my samurai moments.
Yep.
Oh, for God's
Yeah.
sake.
I did.
Congrats. Congrats.
keep
Wow,
Guess what?
samurai. I
Guess
never
what?
thought
Guess what?
I'd
Keep
hear
your
that
nose
phrase
safe,
in my
Charlie.
life.
Guys,
nose.
Huh?
guys, guess what?
Huh.
You better not lose a fight to me then.
Just keep your nose safe.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch for your nose.
That goes for Hiroshi too.
Now I want fruit.
tasted nose. I'm just playing.
Anywho, Matt,
I'm
the
having-
show you just mentioned.
Yeah, Twin Star Exorcist. It's a
I'm watching Boruto now and it's funny.
It's not a. It's
Oh,
not
God.
It's not a romantic comedy, but it's like it's
It's funny.
basically what happens is there's like a few characters that are like basically exorcists, and what they arrange a marriage between the two main characters. I can't spoil anything. Basically, and they don't like each other at first, but like you know how it is. They don't like each other at first, and then all
And
that.
then develops over time.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
But it's a really good show. I recommend Twin Star Exorcist. And one more show I'm going to mention before we go on to topics at hand is
Alrighty.
where's it? It was about Monster Girls. Where the hell did it go? Not Monster Musume, but it was an interview with Monster Girls. That was the name of the show. Really good show. Basically about a teacher wanting to learn more about these monster girl characters that attend school that are not normal humans and whatnot.
Oh wait, is this the one where they're like gods and demons or something.
It's more of a happy show than more than like that. But it's a really good show. You ought to check it out. But
because I heard a show. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but I heard of a show of that similar concept. They're like women. They're all women, but they're like gods, old gods, like hell, I can't remember. Or like a succubus. No, not gods. They're like demons, like a succubus, things like that.
A succubus,
I can't remember
witch,
the
a
god.
vampire, stuff like that.
Yeah, that
I know
exactly.
what you're talking about
Rosario Vampire.
That was it.
No.
That was the name of it.
Yeah, it was on
Well,
Netflix and YouTube for a while.
Not necessarily, but it's something else. It's something else. I can't remember the name. I've only seen like a small clip of it. I cannot even remember the name. But I don't know. Maybe someone out there who's watching this will figure it out.
When you mentioned,
Leave the name of it in the description below.
yeah,
So,
And
first
the
topic.
show with talking about topics, like what kind of topics?
No, well, I'm about to get to it.
yes,
Alright,
shit
the
up.
first thing I wanted to talk
Oh,
about
snap.
for months
Okay,
now,
cool.
since March, is the live-action adaptation of Ghost in the Shell. Who here has actually seen it, and what do they think about it?
I've actually seen
I
it
love it.
back while I was working at the movie theater, and it was pretty good for the most part. I think I haven't really seen much of the show to actually try to get a good comparison of it, but other than that, Scarlett Johansson did a good job.
Yeah, it's based off of the original '95 anime film that I forgot. I can't remember his name, but
when I first watched it, it was I took it as like they took pieces from the original movie but added some things to it. Basically.
that's exactly what they did.
Which I loved it. First of all, I'm a huge Ghost in the Shell fan, so that pleased me. I was worried that it was going to be up to par, but for what it was actually it was better than Dragon Ball Evolution. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
there's
hell yeah.
no debates. No debates about that.
What about that? And by the way, who has their thoughts about the Death Note thing they're going to do on Netflix?
I've seen a bit of Death Note. I haven't seen the whole series. It's pretty good, but if they can pull it off right, then it'll be good.
They've already
They
changed
do
most
not
of the characters' names anyway,
and
so
a
I'm a
bomb.
little upset about that.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
got a feeling.
it's one of those situations where you gotta get it. It's like right in the middle.
Mhm.
If they screw up once, it's probably gonna screw it up bad.
Yeah.
Just like Dragon Ball Evolution.
We're not allowed to talk about that. We do not talk about that. The penalty for talking about
Really,
Dragon
that
Ball
will not be
Evolution
named.
is death.
Right.
That and and the Last Airbender. We don't talk about that one either.
Yeah, enough said about that.
The movie, not the TV show. We can talk about the show.
I know what you meant. Yeah.
How do you get Ong from Aang?
Wait, what?
How do you get
Dude, with the
Ozaru
Chinese pronunciations? I have no clue what Shyamalan was thinking.
Or Fire Nation is all Indians.
Yeah.
Right.
He decided to make his people the bad guys for whatever reason.
I'm so glad there's never going to be a sequel because they don't need one. If I were to do one, I would do what they wanted to do originally. They wanted to do an animated one.
Yes, they should have done that.
Yeah.
I mean, but back to the
Again.
Well, back
Yeah,
to
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Back to the Ghost in the Shell thing. Scarlett Johansson did fine as the Major. I can't spoil anything who hasn't seen it because, people are bad. People think they changed the character's name. I can't really tell you if they did or not. For people who haven't seen it, the guy who played Bato was fine. Not who I would have chosen. I would have chosen Ray Palmer. Or not Ron. You know who I was talking about. The guy who did.
Who played it? Oxa?
Oh, Ron Perlman.
Perlman.
Yeah, the guy who did
Yeah.
the voice of Slade. I would have preferred him to be.
He also played play in Sons of Anarchy, and he was also Hellboy.
Yeah, I thought he was a perfect choice to play Bato. But I thought he was a perfect choice to play Cable, but that ain't happening.
Right.
The guy who played Aramaki did, which is funny. I love that he was the only person in the entire movie to speak Japanese.
Right.
Let's see, the world of it, the visuals of it was amazing. Tosuka did fine. He had his trusty revolver, which made me giggle a little. The only guy in the entire series to not use one of those machine guns is like, I'm just gonna use my trusty revolver.
Right.
Now Davis, I think, brought up the whole thing with the Tachikomas, right? With the
Tachikoma?
Yeah, somebody brought up something about Tachikoma. The reason they didn't do that is because, well, I think first they wanted to save money for that, because all the visuals they did, and they wanted to. I think they want to make a second one. I mean, yeah, sure, it had a bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm pretty sure the anime fans really dug it. So, but
I think that bad rating was for all those damn fools who were trying to say that the movie was racist for casting a white woman instead of a Japanese woman.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, why would you actually?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When they first announced they were gonna do Ghost in the Shell movie live action, didn't have an actress.
I just gave most pictures to you.
I said, Scarlett Johansson. If you're gonna do an American actress for the major, Scarlett Johansson fits perfectly.
Yeah,
right. I'll say and even then, anime characters look more, American, European, and Japanese, anyways.
That suit.
And the funny thing is I've seen videos online where the freaking normal Japanese citizens who know about it, where these I forgot exactly what the video was. For example, like this one person went around Japan and
I know what video you're talking about too.
Yeah, they showed the picture of her and they asked, "It's like, what do you think? Do you think the American fits like the look of this better than a Japanese actress?" And virtually,
they said it looks like the major.
Yeah, and one of them actually just straight up said, "Yeah, I think it would be better to go with a white person than a Japanese person."
I mean.
So it's like, seriously, people, it doesn't matter anyways. It's who cares?
We're going to go into our next topic, anyways. But but there was talks because the Ghost in the Shell thing was in developmental hell for years, and but I believe another one that's still in developmental hell is Cowboy Bebop, the movie, the live action one.
Hell.
They had Keanu Reeves.
We need that.
They had Keanu
we need
Reeves,
that.
The guy who did the Matrix, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
He was signed on to do the movie, be a Spike, and the guy who wrote Cowboy Bebop was on board. He's still saying it's happening, but there's been no news about it. But there has been news about a live action TV show.
Cowboy
Bebop. Probably why it's getting delayed.
Variety.com a few weeks ago announced that they're going to have a live-action TV show in the works. I believe it's going to be done by... No news. Let's see, where's it going to be done by? Produced by Sunrise Incorporated, the studio responsible for original animated iterations of, as Midnight Radio, a few other stuff here. That's going to be... I think that's the team that's working on it. Basically, you don't know what the story of one of the greatest animes of all time. I'm not talking about Akira, even though it's pretty damn good. Cowboy Bebop.
Akira is pretty good.
I still can't wait for Akira to come out. Definitely.
Guys, I'm sorry, but this Boruto song, I'm liking it already. I'm sorry.
Don't play it.
Don't play it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Boruto, but in a second.
Eventually, yeah. But right now, we're still on the Ghost in the Shell at the moment.
Bebop story now. But
Cowboy Bebop is the best.
But
yeah, I've seen a lot of it. I've never seen the whole series through. I have jumped around from episodes and seen the ending.
You've got to watch the whole show through, or you're not going to understand most of what's going on.
I know. I got Funimation now. I'm gonna watch that shit.
And to me, it has one of the greatest voice actors in anime history with Mr. Steve Bloom. Voice of.
Well, that's the thing with Cowboy Bebop. That was the first anime that actually gave a damn about voice acting. In the past, it was just people trying to basically just translate it into English. They weren't acting. They were just saying the lines in English.
I mean that voice cast, you could not recast anyone else to do that. That was some great stuff. Steve Bloom was Spike. Steve Bloom even said when you ask him who one of his favorite characters to do, he kept saying Spike is one of his favorite characters that he ever did.
Very interesting character, pretty charismatic too.
Spike is a bad. I would hang out with Spike.
Yeah, exactly.
And Steve Bloom, who also does the voice of Tom on Toonami.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Sub-Zero on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he does that too.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he does. No, he does.
Go ahead.
He does Sub-Zero on Mortal Kombat X.
So
Yeah, that one he does.
Well, since we're going to talk about it, Steve Bloom, whether you're probably playing a video game right now that he's probably did a voice and you don't even know about it.
Oh, and you can't forget he's also played Wolverine in some of the.
Yeah, he did
yeah.
Wolverine and Wolverine and the X-Men, which they shouldn't have freaking canceled that. That was a really good show.
And in X-Men Legends.
He was also
best voice actors. Very distinctive.
He played Wolverine in Legends.
Yeah, he was as Wolverine in X-Men Legends 1 and 2.
Oh, I have to look that up.
Yeah.
Didn't he also play the guy in Gears of War?
Yes, he did. He played a few.
What?
He played a few guys in Gears of War.
Wait, who? Wait, hold on. Who?
Steve Bloom.
The main character.
Marcus? I'm not sure. I have to.
It was either him. It was either him or the guy who plays Bender, John DiMaggio.
Yeah,
I think
they both have.
we need to
both-
look that up.
That was Bender. Cause
Yeah.
He played. What's his?
The guy who played Bender's a damn good voice actor. I got to say that.
Yeah, he did a really good version of the Joker when they did Into the Red Hood. But
Yeah. Off topic. Getting off topic.
But Cowboy Bebop series. What do you guys think? Do you think it should happen? Do you think it should not happen? Do you think fuck it?
In series or movie, I'm seriously on board for it.
I mean,
either
they
way.
had
I
a
would at
movie.
least see how they turn it out. If they turn it out good for them. If they turn it out bad, then they might as well quit. They might as well start writing their resumes right now.
They had a movie, but it was an animated movie back in 2001 called Cowboy Bebop Knocking at Heaven's Door, which is
Yeah, I know that.
it's a really good movie by
It
the
was
way. I think
Hunting
that-
down like terrorists.
I think that was after it either. No, it wasn't after it because that wouldn't have happened. I think it was going on in the middle of the series. Because that would have made no sense if it happened at the end of it.
All the crew was there in that movie. All the crew was there. So it was,
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to send y'all this.
you realize we're in the middle of a podcast right now,
Yeah.
right? And you're
Yeah,
watching.
We'll watch it. We'll watch it after we get done with it.
I'll say, anywho, back to,
But, but yeah.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Next
I-
topic.
I don't know how I feel about them doing a Cowboy. I mean, 'cause, people are telling me, they did Ghost in the Shell. Well, I'm like, that was Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, there's
Right.
been
That was
actually
bad
more
now.
tense
seen
for
the
live
original Ghost in the
adaptations
Shell.
than people realize.
I've never seen it.
Well, you should give it a shot. It's a really good.
Oh, I know, but no
It's-
streaming device has it. Funimation doesn't have it. All they go to the damn movies. And
I'll tell you why Funimation doesn't have it because it's not licensed by Funimation.
Go to the mall and you'll easily find it.
It's actually a Bandai licensed series. That's why you can't find it.
Would it also be on Crunchyroll or no?
Possibly. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
I never really used Crunchyroll yet.
Gotta
I
kiss
use-
anime.
I used it once and it already pissed me off. So
Wait, what? Wait, what I miss?
He's
Roll.
talking about the
What?
original Ghost in the Shell movie that came out in '95.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Cowboy
Which was
Bebop.
really freaking good, by the way.
But one of the, I was trying to there's some animes that you just don't touch, and Cowboy Bebop is like sacred. You don't touch it.
Right.
I gotcha.
You don't touch.
I probably feel the same way, to be honest with you.
But I mean, what if they make it just, or if not exactly, if not better than the show? I know that's probably very, very blasphemous to say.
That's a long
But-
shot,
Can
actually.
I hit
Well-
you in the face with a hammer for saying that?
Yeah. Well,
Come
here's
at
the
me,
thing.
man. I carry buck knives.
Here's the thing that I'm a little concerned about it not really actually turning out to be all that good, and the reason why I say that is because when you take like an anime, something that was like, so anime isn't exactly like in the U.S. like I guess you could say mainstream, like the thing, like especially amongst our culture, like it would be in like Japan.
I thought Pokemon was mainstream over here, dude. What happened?
Well, not that much, because the thing is that I think, because when I first heard about it, to be honest with you, it kind of sounded like, because the fact that they're making a live adaptation, especially here in the U.S., it seems more like an attempt to take that genre of anime, which is really good, but to then make it into a live adaptation and then probably have their own sort of, I guess you could say, take on it a little bit, to expand into a bigger American audience in order to have
But
more
the thing
success.
is, American audiences, a good chunk of American audiences are already, are already into anime.
And they are aware of things
Well-
like Cowboy Bebop.
Right.
Yeah.
And-
Hell,
and-
non-anime fans know what Cowboy Bebop is.
And here's why you say that, because when they first, well, not Toonami, but when they first started doing Adult Swim, Cowboy Bebop was one of the first shows to be put on there.
Yeah.
That's how people got around to hearing about Cowboy Bebop. That's how I learned about Cowboy Bebop.
And I think that was around the time before even Toonami even came out. That was
No,
like
no.
I think it's what started Toonami.
Late
Yeah.
90s.
Came
No,
out in
one of the shows that started Toonami was
Sailor Moon.
DBZ.
Grand Prix something. It was like a little racing show, but
IGPX.
it's like where the
No, Toonami,
vehicles also turned into fighting
No,
robots.
Tsunami was a show.
I think I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Tsunami first came around in '97, and the first show to be broadcast on there was Thundercats.
Yeah.
Thundercat.
The only reason I said what I said is because there haven't that many anime like shows that have like, because that came in like the 90s. That was one of the ones. The reason why it's considered one of the greatest of all time, because not only was it, of course, obviously massive and success in Japan, but it had success like in the world. And that's the thing. What I'm saying is that those didn't really there haven't been like a large number of from that genre that have had throughout the decades lots of success. It's kind of like how I kind of say it like this, where it's kind of like how Godzilla like was introduced into the U.S. and it didn't really latch on to U.S. like that much. It did kind of start like a monster thing, but now when Godzilla being reintroduced, it's kind of bringing it back, and like they're gonna make an attempt for another Godzilla versus King Kong, which is why we got the Kong from
I'm
Skull
actually
Island.
looking forward to that, because the recent Godzilla movie was actually not the one that came out in Japan, but the one that came out in America.
Yeah, like that's the one I'm talking
really
about.
good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I have
So,
only
Skull
seen
Island.
in my
Sin-
life. I have only seen one Godzilla movie, and it was like something about Godzilla and his son.
Oh,
That was the worst. That
Oh,
was the
I-
worst.
Yeah.
By the
that
way,
was the
I have
first
every
foot to
single
step
movie.
off. That was the first.
Every single movie on VHS, because as a kid I fucking loved it. I collected every one of them.
People who don't know what
Yeah.
VHS is, you're old.
Don't pander.
Look, Google it.
Going
Like,
out
all-
to,
all-
If they do not know what VHS is, then they wouldn't watch this video.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, I have a couple of little cousins who never
On a
used
similar
VHS.
Um,
The Godzilla and King Kong thing, like as we can see, it's already trying to go to a universe where they're having both monsters collide and also trying to introduce all the other monsters trying to go and do battle.
I don't know. I just don't
That's
know how
just
that
something I've
universe.
noticed.
I don't know how that universe
This is
is
something
gonna.
I've noticed. A lot of Japanese media is being is being redone by us. I mean, The Ring was originally Japanese.
Well,
I mean, but isn't
and
it
that kind of goes with the anime point I was talking about, or trying to get to, where in the U.S. now, like after years of, for example, in the 90s with Ghost in the Shell, 95, and that had a lot of success, and their Spirited Away had some success before.
Oh, I love that
Spirited Away
movie.
was awesome.
Spirit of the Way was the bomb.com. Let me tell you something. Me and my cousin watched that movie 16 times. Spirit Away. Spirit Away.
Listen,
When I first saw that, I was at my grandmama's. I was at my mommy's house, and I was sitting in the room. I was laying down. I think I was sick or something. Mm-hmm. And one of my uncles come in, and he found like a movie or something, and he said, "You want to watch this here movie?" It was like a cartoon called Spirited Away. I never heard of it. I never really watched anime. I put it in, and I love that movie. I asked him, "Hey, Mommy, can I take this home with me? Can I take this home with me?"
Even FullMetalOtaku had one movie one time that has success. But the only reason why I even was trying to talk about those is because when all those started, like late 80s, 90s, and they had worldwide success because they were really freaking good. Especially when they start to get into the U.S., which is commonly known as the entertainment capital of the world, especially Hollywood and stuff, and then. Once that started to have more and more of an impact, more and more, let's say my generation, because as a kid I watched Cowboy Bebop when it was being aired in the U.S., and I kind of grew up on it. Then I started to watch more. Toonami came out, and so clearly from there, especially at least amongst the younger population of the early 2000s.
That's another thing. When anime was first introduced to America, it was mainly made for kids and a few young adults.
It just didn't really have that much of an impact, but over time it grew, and as a result, that's when you can start expanding into things like live action.
Actually, it wasn't actually the Pokemon that was first introduced to American audiences. Akira.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm just saying. I was just giving examples.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Under one.
Akira was actually the very first anime to be exposed here to the U.S.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Speaking of Akira, even though this is not part of the, I don't know if they're going to still do it or not, but they're working on doing a live action Akira. Not sure how I feel about that.
I think they are still working on
that. But Cowboy Bebop, I'm not sure if it's going to work. If it does, good for them. If not, just go back to watching the anime.
Well, yeah, because the reason why I was thinking that the fact that they're going for a live adaptation, it's kind of like how the comic book movies took some time to become more and more popular. Where it's kind of like the craze now, particularly in Hollywood. Once it started having success, more and more people start making it. But the thing I'm a little bit concerned, at least moving forward, not right now, because anime is now starting to have a bigger impact, starting with Ghost in the Shell, where if they see there's some time and to spend their money to make it, because obviously they're looking to make money, but at the same time they can notice that there's a population in the U.S. that actually likes this, and so they're going to take advantage of it.
There's always a market to appeal to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I'm really hoping that they would put the effort to actually make something good out of it. And before at least this is how I feel about comic book movies, where it's it's just the era of comic book movies where you just turn them out constantly and have plans for years ahead for pumping out more of them. And I'm not saying they're bad, but they don't seem remarkable. They just seem kind of that was enjoyable, but then I move on. It's and then after a while, every now and then you get a few that were legitimately good and well made. And I just got the same vibe coming from anime with now TV shows and more movies being planned and made, where I'm just hoping that they will try their best to keep an effort to actually make something good, and it doesn't eventually become the comic book movies where they're not bad, but they just keep turning them out, and after a while it's I don't know, desensitized or something.
That's where was I going with that? Okay, that's like the whole Transformers.
Oh, that's
good
even
job.
worse.
like
Don't
like,
compare these to
hold on,
Transformers.
hold on. I'm not actually comparing. I'm actually comparing his whole statement that they keep bringing them out. Is meaning like.
Because that's what I'm concerned.
Michael Bay knows they're terrible. They're not that good. They're not
Exactly.
that good to watch. But they keep coming out because they're marketable. They want.
He's got 14 of them planned.
They're wanting to do the toys. That's the reason why these movies are being make it. It's not made just
Well, by Bandai.
But,
Exactly, that's my point. That's why I'm just saying I'm slightly concerned, at least going forward in the future. Not right now with the anime genre getting into live adaptations in the U.S., but that's just what I kind of feel right now when I heard more plans for other movies and shows, stuff like that. That's all.
Here's the thing. This is something that focus groups have said. They believed back in the day that that American audiences would never accept anime, would never start watching anime.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And I think that I don't know when that was said, but it's possible they're doing these live action things because of that. They follow these damn focus
That's
groups.
what I was talking about earlier
They
too.
said that, and then things like Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop, Attack on Titan, Naruto, Bleach, all that stuff came out, and that changed everyone's perspective on it.
Yep. Full Metal Brotherhood.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why earlier when I said it sounds like they're expanding, they want to expand into a bigger audience in the U.S., and that's what I was talking about.
I'm okay with doing that, but just you got to do it right,
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what I was saying.
You gotta do something, do it right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I
Show
hope they
it out
actually
to
try to make something legitimately
Don't
good.
just
do a
don't.
little
I
bit
mean,
of their own thing.
if you're gonna make something like that, don't try to pander it to a different audience. Try to make it, don't
Yeah,
try to
'cause
alienate
it's-
the original audience of the anime.
No, exactly.
Because when
Try to get both audiences.
taking the DC Cinematic Universe for example, when they first announced that they were going to do the Batman vs Superman movie, people were all excited because it's the first time.
I was.
It was the first time Batman and Superman were going to be on the big screen together.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
they announced Wonder Woman. All right, cool, whatever. The movie came out. It was hated.
Yeah.
I didn't like
It was
Batman.
terrible.
Now,
But I heard Wonder Woman did well.
Now when we get now there's the next point when you get to Wonder Woman, you got to pander to both people. Wonder Woman came out. We were worried. Everyone was worried. It's gotta work or their whole universe is done for.
Mm-hmm.
And when the first reviews came out from actual legit people,
critics.
it came out. Everyone was loving Wonder Woman. When I went to go see it, I loved Wonder Woman. On Rotten Tomatoes, right now it's at 93%. You can actually be able to have a movie with the right director, right cast, right everything, and be able to have it.
Screenplay.
But another factor that plays into that is time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cranking these movies out every year.
Like Suicide
A year.
Squad, when they first started doing Suicide Squad, they were right after BBS. They were rushed to do that movie.
Yeah, because you got I think it's what Universal has DC.
No, Warner Brothers has DC.
Warner Bros. So
Universal is Marvel, I believe.
No, Universal.
Okay.
Universal has the whole Monsters universe. Marvel is Disney.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yep, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
So,
right.
and that's the thing, and this kind of it's just. Sorry, I almost lost my train of thought. So yes, so you are right. What y'all were saying is that these major studios, they do see the value of basically investing into this. They know they can make some money out of it.
Marvel has it. They know what they're doing.
Exactly. And so you got Marvel, like you just mentioned. You're right. They know what they're doing.
They have this whole thing planned out.
Yeah, and then you have others who want to jump into this. So with DC and Warner Brothers, DC's had it rough, but DC has had a few They were pretty good, but you can kind of tell the way they're making it. It's not like it's not the same level of, I guess the word to use is passion, I guess, like for Marvel, from what I've seen for most of them.
And then Justice League, who was supposed to be almost done, but now I'm hearing reports since Josh Whedon took over from Zack Snyder.
Wait, what? Oh, really?
Yeah. If many of you who don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Zack Snyder had to snap down from finishing Justice League because he'd been holding in the fact that in March his daughter committed suicide, and he said he thought going back to doing directing would help it. It did not. So both him and I guess his current wife stepped down. Joss Whedon, who was already scheduled to do the reshoots, are now doing the reshoots of the movie, and now the report's going around that they're basically redoing the whole movie.
Ooh, okay. But, I work in film industry, by the way, so I'm pretty familiar with how things go. And what you told me, it's not really going to be a good thing. It really isn't. When that happens, things tend to become kind of a mess.
And I don't want to be a mess. I really want Justice League to do well.
Exactly, yeah.
I've been waiting years for a Justice League movie to come out.
You're right.
Works. You know how development hell works. You've seen Duke Nukem Forever.
Now the movie coming out after Justice League is Aquaman, and that comes out December of next year. So James Bond actually has plenty of time to do what he needs to do. He needs to do reshoots, do all that, because he has plenty of time. He doesn't need to rush to do that movie.
Yeah, don't rush it, because that's what typically happens almost every single time.
We're filming right now, but Comic-Con's coming up. I really do think because there's going to be a second Justice League trailer that they've been talking about. And they're already making a mistake I've heard the description. They're going to have Superman in the trailer. I still think it's a really bad idea. Don't show him in any of the trailers. Go to the movie and have how he returns a surprise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The official trailers don't watch.
Screw
teasers.
They spoil everything in the trailer.
Teasers, yes, not official.
Wonder Woman, for example, who people have seen Wonder Woman, they really didn't spoil anything in those trailers.
Yeah, that time around they did a good job. They everything about
Batman
it.
versus Superman, they showed Doomsday. They shouldn't have just own Doomsday.
They literally showed you the whole plot through the whole thing. Because I saw the trailer and then I saw the movie and I'm like, this is the same plot.
Charlie, you good?
Yeah, you and Philip have been very quiet through most of this.
Philip's always quiet. Charlie, I am a little bit.
You and Philip's talking, and lately y'all two have been quiet.
Are you still watching the Boruto thing, Charlie? But where was I? Okay, so, but the first Justice League trailer, not the one at Comic-Con. Well, I guess you can call that one too. They didn't show much yet, which is great. Aquaman. I think it's going to still be a lot of people were sleeping on Aquaman until they're going to say Aquaman's going to be having a movie. People are like, oh god, they're going to use him. Then they cast Jason Momoa as Aquaman. It's like, yeah.
I will say this time around with Aquaman, it looks like the way they're going about it with looks. I actually do like it how they're going about it because for years Aquaman typically was like sort of like the butt end of a joke of some.
And then you look at Khal Drogo's Aquaman, like, yeah, I'm gonna go that way.
Yeah.
Can't remember this name.
And if you've seen the newest trailer, the first one, there was a joke that Batman said to Aquaman. I know this is a whole anime thing, but screw it, it's my show. Basically, there was a joke. He said, "So Arthur Curry, I hear you talk to fish." That was the end of the first trailer. The second trailer, which is actually the official first trailer, Aquaman comes up, walks in there, and says, "Huh, just like a bat. I dig it." It's like, we got your ass back right there. And the money shot of the entire trailer was Aquaman riding the top of the Batmobile. Okay, so I think Jason Momoa is going to kill it as Aquaman.
Yeah.
But and other movies that are coming out for that, they still have the Flash is the other one that's but that's here and there. But yeah, the whole thing about Cowboy Bebop is crazy. But
yeah, we got off topic from anime there.
But hey, whatever. But Hey, but who here heard of Berserk?
Same
Okay,
right
so
here.
they're not
Big
really-
fan.
Okay. The anime ends, right? With the message: the story continues. Now, I don't know
Hell?
what.
Well, Charlie left. Sorry,
Yeah,
continue.
Yeah, I honestly kind of have to slide out too. I only gotta make a phone call and try to get some rest for tomorrow.
Hey, it's cool that you came
All right.
by, man. We're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Thank you
great
for
talking
being
to
on the
y'all,
show.
and thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me on your podcast.
Yeah, no problem, man. You're welcome to come
All
by
right.
anytime.
Definitely.
All right. So the anime apparently ended, and it said the story is to continue. Now, I read this, right, and it really confused me because I couldn't understand it. Then there was another article that came out earlier today called the manga goes on back on hiatus until winter. Maybe I think that has something to do in between or intertwined. What do you think?
I don't know really. I haven't read the whole manga. I have gotten to maybe after the Golden Age arc, a little bit after that.
I mean,
But I have seen the 1998 series. I have seen the Golden Age movies.
Berserk I think is one of the longest running animes as well, too, right?
Well, no, different series.
Not
Manga,
really
yes.
sure.
Oh, actually,
Yes.
Detective Conan is actually the longest running anime series right now.
Well, yeah, I have seen the 1998,
The fuck?
but the thing is, we got to talk about the 2017 version of the anime Berserk.
Well, I haven't actually.
The animation in that, the CG. My opinion is when it's dark, when it has scenes like in the dark, the CG is okay.
Charlie's
what's
trying
in-
to get back.
But we're talking about Berserk right now, Charlie.
Oh
But-
yeah, my laptop froze a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. It's cool. It happens. But when scenes are shot in the day
Mhm.
on that show, the 3D, the CG animation looks terrible.
Yeah, I told Philip because he was telling me about the Godzilla animation movie that's coming out, and I was curious if they're going to do 2D animation or 3D animation. For some reason, I can't stand anime movies that have been done in 3D. I don't know why, but it's just.
This is my thing.
I can't
I don't
either.
think 3D is bad if it's done good.
Yeah, if it's done good, but for some reason I just don't get into like Voltron, the new Voltron animated series. That's all done in 2D, but they've added a little 3D into it with the the robots and all that stuff. Which is that's why I wish they were doing, but it's not. It's just for some reason I just don't like that type of stuff. But yeah, Berserk manga
Really?
whole thing on. So I don't know. I think maybe it is intertwined with the whole manga going on hiatus, but there's a few. Well, there was a manga that's supposed to be on hiatus, but it's no longer. Well, it's going to be on hiatus for years because the creator passed away a few months ago.
Oh.
You guys know about High School of the Dead, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that thing's on hiatus. It's done. It's done.
Well, it's not on hiatus. You can't finish it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's over with. It can't be finished anymore. It's over.
No,
It's never. It's not going to be. It's not going to be finished. It's unfinished, but it's not coming back unless someone else picks it up. It's not coming back. But I loved High School of the Dead.
because and when I found out about this news like a few months ago, I was like, no. The creator of High School of the Dead, who passed away earlier this year.
Mm.
So,
Life sucks, doesn't it?
So, I understand people who are fans of High School of the Dead. I felt that way when Paul O'Neill of Trans-Siberian Orchestra died. Philip knows about that. Thankfully they're going to tour again, which is great news. Good thing I was talking to Chris Caffrey yesterday, the guitarist, really cool dude. I tried to get him to hang out with me one time. Hey, Philip, you and me both know we want to hang out with GTSO. So, for those of you who don't know, me and Philip actually went to a TSO concert. You remember back in 2011 we went to the Beethoven one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was amazing.
We were talking about it before this podcast started.
But yeah, that's but like That's yeah. I was looking forward to because they said there was going to be a season 2. I don't know. I don't think the season 2 is not going to happen now. It's not going to.
No. Well, I mean, it could happen. It could go until like the manga ended, but
yeah, but then that would be left on a cliffhanger. We wouldn't want that.
But so's the manga. I mean, what are we going to do? I mean, a lot of animes have gone... I mean, when Berserk first came out, the first anime adaptation, that left on a big-ass cliffhanger.
Well, also Bleach, another one. That well, obviously the manga of that is over with, but which I'm still pissed off about how they to me, I think they rushed Kubo with that whole thing.
I tried getting into Bleach, but it's so long. It's very long. It's a long way to get. It's a long thing you got to get into.
I watched a reviewer called Teching 101. He's really cool. He actually has my first name too, but it's crazy. But he's really cool and funny, dude to talk to. I've talked to him a few times when he does his live streams. I've messaged him and all that. He originally did Bleach reviews because that's all because I was active at the time. He even came out. He even thinks what I think and everybody else thinks is the Shonen, I believe, rushed Kubo to finish that story. They did not want Bleach on there anymore. That's what I think. That's the same way with well, I don't know if Naruto's ending was rushed, but I just feel like Kishimoto did not want to do it anymore.
What, the Naruto series?
Yeah.
No, everything was planned out. Everything was good.
Are you sure? Because it feels like some of it was rushed to me.
No, everything was good. Now, if y'all want to talk about Rush, let's talk about Samurai Jack episode.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yay.
No.
We knew this was coming.
Well, I'm gonna turn off my headset here.
Oh, come on now.
I haven't finished watching it yet. That's why.
Oh well, then yes, turn your head.
Yeah, turn your headphones off.
Hold on. Let me mute my microphone.
And it's like David said, some episodes were a little bit rushed. Like episode 10, I felt like Jack didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to his allies that he saved in all of the other previous seasons. I felt like they should have did a better job with that. I felt like the Scotsman, the Spartans, and all the other characters that was from the previous shows, I felt like they all should have gave him a hug or just say a last goodbye and let him return to the past or whatnot.
You wanted a happier ending, basically.
No, not that, because if Ashi was to exist in the past, then okay, but we knew that she wasn't going to live anyways. We knew that she was going to die since she was a part of Aku's essence.
Yeah.
But I felt like Kennedy wanted to end the show with saying, okay, so if y'all want ending, then we're going to give you a happy ending. Here, we're going to kill off Ashi and Jack's going to be depressed. So, but it's not going to be ending that way. So we're just going to let the flowers bloom off of a tree and yada, yada, yada. But other than that, season 5 was really good. No lie, I have high respect for Gennady Tarkovsky. High respect for him. But even though I'm a little bit pissed about that ending, I still have to respect him and his wishes. But it is what it is.
You're ready.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Samurai Jack's legacy will continue to live on regardless. The show came out in August 2001.
Okay. I think you had your rant. Let's bring Matt back.
Okay, Matt, we can come back.
Okay. Now that's out of the way. Give me time to actually add that to the whole topics. Good thing I asked Phil what season it was. Okay, let me get back to. Okay. All right. Who here has heard of Spaceship Yamato? Or Spaceship Battleship Yamato? There we go.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen anything of it. Just my friend Scott
There is
mentioned it.
there's a third movie coming out. It's going to be called Space Battleship Yamato 2202. We revealed the poster, and well, it looks pretty good. I can't show it here because it's on audio.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so theater screenings. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Okay, but okay. Let me read this. Theater screenings. The third film will, again, sell edition, special edition Blu-ray disc, and the film will also be available to stream online for free on October 14th. That's actually really huge. For free. Well, where's it gonna be? Well, that doesn't tell us where it's gonna be streamed at, though.
There's always a catch with free.
And the subtitle of the movie is called Warriors of Love. Well, I'm actually curious.
You know what I have learned? I learned that the good old cartoon shows on Cartoon Network is just dull now.
You mean the good old ones that are not on there anymore?
Yeah.
How they dull? That's good old days of Cartoon Network, Charlie.
No, not that. I'm talking about when they brought it back. They effed it up.
The remakes. She means the remakes. She means
The
the
remake.
remakes.
Yeah, they.
Teen Titans Go, Powerpuff Girls. shit like that.
I mean, at that,
Don't get
if
me
you're saying
started
that,
with-
they didn't really bring him back. They just
Effed it up.
Revamp.
Don't get me started on,
No.
on Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, I'm not a friend. I'm sorry. I'm not that much of a fan of Teen Titans Go.
I was talking to Philip about this earlier before you guys came on here. And I think Brad was here too.
I was too.
Because so DC's coming out with their own streaming service, right? They announced it like earlier this year because they announced that they're going to do a live-action Teen Titans show. Well, they're not calling it Teen Titans, just calling it Titans because they're not going to be in the. I think they're not going to be in the teams, and then they're going to bring back Young Justice, which was wrongfully canceled, by the way.
Why was it canceled? That was a good show.
I don't know exactly, but
You want to know another show that was wrongfully canceled?
Teen
What?
Titans.
Symbiotic Titan.
Yes.
Symbiotic
Thank
Titan.
you, Davis. Yes. Thank you. Gennady Tarkovsky made Symbiotic Titan. I don't know why they canceled it. I was mad.
You want to know
I
why?
was
This
pissed
is why
off.
they canceled it. This is why they canceled it. Because
Why?
they couldn't make toys out of it.
That
It was
is
a mech.
bull.
It was a mech show, and they couldn't make toys out of it.
Whoa, wait, you mean to tell
Well,
me? Hold
if you
on,
look-
hold
if
on,
you
hold
look-
on, hold on. Do you mean to tell me they couldn't make toys out of that, but yet Transformers is sounding like crazy?
Yep.
I call it bullshit on that.
Sounds like a
You know-
retarded ass.
That's grade A
That
was-
bullshit. That's what it is.
That was very wrong that they canceled Symbiotic Titan. I was mad, and that was the best show that Gennady Tarkovsky made.
Well,
other
hey,
than Samurai
Charlie,
Jack.
calm down. Now, calm down, Charlie. Listen. Now that they brought Samurai Jack back and Toonami and all, they might bring it back on there because it aired on Toonami for a while.
Wasn't that? No, that never mind.
That was wrong of what they did, Davis. They canceled my second favorite show other than Samurai Jack.
My second favorite show was Teen Titans, and they wrongfully canceled that. So I pretty much feel her anger on that.
I'm still salty to this day, even as a kid when I watched it, and just randomly ended it on the most awkward way. I was like, what the hell?
Even Teen Titans Go, even though how bad it is, they even know that it sucks. Teen Titans Go sucks. Because they have
And they have the cojones
yeah,
to try and shame people for admitting that it sucks.
and they even had the cojones to have an episode labeled Slade Returns, or The Return of Slade. He wasn't even in the episode.
The nuts!
Like Slade was one of the greatest. Out of that show, it was. Well, who was the major villains out of that? What was it?
It was Slade, then
It was Slade, yeah.
Brother Blood was the one right after him.
And then Trigon.
Yeah, Trigon, and then there was Brain. I think that's what he was called.
This is one good
Brain
thing
was
about the
last
Slade.
one.
Listen,
Yeah,
guys.
he was the last one.
Listen, this is one good thing about that Teen Titans Go Slade episode. They didn't bring Ron Perlman in it at all, and they didn't ruin his ass.
Yeah, that's a good point. They didn't ruin the character of Slade at all.
Yeah.
There was an episode of Teen Titans Go where they actually had Control Freak and had them watch them when they were watchable. And
also don't forget that they had the lazy ass nuts to try and abridge their own original episodes from Teen Titans.
I did see that. The one with Control Freak, I will admit I did chuckle at the fact where Robin said, I used to be so much cooler then. That is funny. That made me chuckle. But
I'm not gonna lie. Control Freak was kind of funny in the original Teen Titans.
Well, he wasn't supposed to be taken as a serious villain to begin with.
Yeah, he was comic.
Like
One
of my favorite episodes is him literally living into the TV screen and them going into that universe and fighting, parodies of Star Wars and Star Trek and Indiana Jones and things like that.
He was he was the comedic villain.
But where I was going with this was, they're gonna do a live action Titan show. Fine with that.
You know what? Have y'all ever seen the live action?
Hold on. Let me get to my point. So, if you get to your point, let me get to mine. Okay.
Good.
So, yeah, they were originally going to do it on TNT, I believe. That's who picked it up originally. They either canceled it or something or another was going on with that. I don't know. I think that was supposed to be set in the Arrow universe, I believe. But then they brought it back for the I don't know what they're going to call the streaming service, by the way, but that's fine and all dandy. Then they're going to do I still don't know why Young Justice was canceled to begin with, but I had this weird. I know it's not going to happen, but I had this weird dream the other night that I went to Comic-Con. They were going to announce the whole what they're going to do with the streaming service, and at the end of the panel, this is all my dream, by the way, that they said, "Oh, and we're bringing back Teen Titans." I'm like, what if this entire time they've been working on season 6 of Teen Titans, the original, and then they're going to release that on the streaming service?
If they haven't, that'll be one of the greatest surprises in my life.
That would have been one of the greatest surprises ever.
Yeah, it's because I like Raven was my girl when I was growing up watching that show.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna buy this because it's gonna have all the DC movies, all the DC television shows, everything. I mean, who doesn't want to? If they're gonna do like a 24/7 live feed of it, who wouldn't want to sit down and watch a whole bunch of DC stuff all night?
I'd do it. Hell, shit, I'd do it if I had some free time. Yeah,
I would watch. I don't know, Batman the animated series.
Make some free time.
You know what? I totally agree with you, Matt. I would watch the 2008 Batman.
What pisses me off? You want to know something that pisses me off?
That would be on there too.
They took Batman the animated series off of Hulu.
Oh,
it used to be
man.
on Hulu. They took it off.
Wait, it was on Hulu?
Yeah.
I mean,
it used to be on Hulu.
It don't matter to me. I actually own all 4 seasons, so it never really matters to me.
Well, then, shit. What about the 5th one?
What? Batman Beyond?
No, not Beyond.
That used to be my show right there, Batman Beyond.
I don't own that. Well, I own I think it's season 1 somewhere around here. But
yeah.
I mean, it don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. I actually own all 4. I would love. Speaking of movies, I know they did an animated one, but I would love, and they can actually pull this off because of the technology they got now, a live-action Batman Beyond movie.
Oh,
yeah.
No, they can.
Love that. They can totally do that. And have Kevin Conroy as Batman, as the old Batman.
Yeah. That actually does sound like a good idea. But the thing is, a lot of it's most likely going to just be CG, but...
that's my point. They can actually pull that off.
Yeah.
True, if they make the CG look good enough, at least.
Not only make it look good, but also know how to use it properly.
But
not like the Speed Racer movie.
I know Teen Titans isn't considered anime, but to me, it has that flavor to anime to it, and
Well, yeah,
Like
it's
Avatar,
based off
yeah.
of it, but it was never meant to be a full-on one.
Same thing. You know what? Same thing about Avatar: The Last Airbender. They say it's not anime.
Yeah.
It has that, but
Yeah, it's based off of it, but it wasn't meant to be like.
but like
That.
I'm really excited for this DC. I know this is an anime podcast, but there is some like I'm just excited for DC's the streaming service. Speaking of streaming service, Crunchyroll adds some stuff to its summer anime lineup, and that would be
What they add?
they're going to add Hina Logic from the I guess it's the name of the whole show. Hina Logic from Luck and Logic anime. I guess either that's a standalone something or another. I think either that or it's just one full anime name. I don't fucking know. And it's a standalone of the. Okay, that makes sense. Which I have never seen Luck and Logic. I might have to check that out. But that was added to Crunchyroll. Another thing I think was added to Crunchyroll, which was recently.
Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll.
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 Crunchy.
Streaming all your country music every day.
Why am I
Crunchy-
even?
Turn the lights down low.
So a few months ago, there was a movie out in theaters. I don't know if you've ever seen Trinity 7, but
I've heard of it.
But there was a movie that came out for it, and they were able, for the first time ever, I believe it was both streamed on Crunchyroll and in the theater. So, and I got to watch it, and it was like, meh to me. But I think I think any time they have something on there for free to watch, it's like it sucks.
Mets critical review. Meh.
But I don't know. This whole Logic thing, Luck and Logic. I might have to check this out because I'm not gonna watch that and then not know what is going on.
Yeah.
But since we were eating earlier, anybody heard of Food Wars?
What wars?
Yeah.
Food Wars.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I've seen the abridged series
Okay.
by Green Tech 69. Yeah, I've seen the abridged series.
So a convention I would like to go to someday, an Anime Expo. Sentai Filmworks announced on Friday, which was 2 days ago, that the English dub for Food Wars will premiere at Anime Expo on June 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Pacific Daytime, I think, or whatever it is. So that sounds exciting. They stream the Crunchyroll. I think Crunchyroll still has the Food Wars on there. But who's excited? Who's curious about the dub for Food Wars?
Well, I might check it out, but the idea of foodgasms, that whole thing of the show is kind of weirds me out. For those who haven't seen the show,
I haven't seen it, so that was just so random to hear that.
What?
that is a thing, and that is a thing in the show.
Foodgasms.
Actually,
Hey,
that is a thing in the show. That's a thing.
hey, Davis. It's Japan. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
I was about to say, it is
That's
anime.
Japan.
Fun of Japan.
Whenever anime is weird, that's just something you got to say to someone. It's Japan.
We're not making
Japanese.
fun of the light of Japan. I love the Japanese cultures, but like
Oh yeah, no. I'm not doing that either.
they have some awesome. They have this huge store in there. I don't know what the name of the store is, but it's like a 10-story tall anime manga store. I'm like,
Holy
I want to go to that. That's one of the other reasons.
Oh my god.
They got
This podcast should be like hosted there.
yeah.
Oh my god.
They have some beautiful women there.
All the anime and manga
That
you
actually
want
might
in
be
this
true, really.
freaking.
Yes, I want to go now. Now that you say that, I want to go there. Bring me there.
You can go show up dressed up as I don't fucking know Itachi, and you would not feel left out of anywhere.
No,
So it's like a Comic-Con or an Anime Con every day. And a store.
basically.
Anime is like a religion over there, basically.
I was about to say, it's everywhere you
I'm
go.
not 100% on that, really, because I think anime over there is also somewhat of a subculture like it is here. I don't think it's...
Not quite. I wouldn't say that because there was this there's like on some of the large screens they have out in public and like in their squares and stuff, they actually will sometimes play some anime on those large screens.
I mean, they have. They're the only countries that get anime movies, but I mean, we rarely get them. In theory.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, it's kind of where it originated.
I would not know. I would not know, but I just wouldn't want to assume because I've never been to Japan. I don't know anyone who is from Japan. So you know what I'm saying here.
I hope you're not listening to this podcast. I love you guys over there. But where was I going with that? Oh, so, but like recently we had the Sword Art Online movie. I think they just did the Black Butler movie they played. I think they played it here.
Oh my God! This is their movie.
Not the live action one, which I've seen that one's all right, but
it's horrible.
They have a live action one.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's all right. It's not great or anything, but it's all right.
It's horrible.
But the animated one, I believe, I went to see Wonder Woman that I think the weekend of it, like the Monday of its release. And I went to go get food, and I saw a poster for the Black Butler movie. So I'm like, that's going to be here? Okay, that's cool.
I just hate Black Butler. The only reason I even got into it was because my ex-girlfriend was real big into it. So like it was like it was her shit. So I just had to, just got into it,
I don't like Black Butler either, but it's cool that, movies like that are getting, theatrical releases up here. There's one, hopefully going to get one over here where we're at, the Fairy Tale Dragon Cry movie, which I have not seen that yet. It's the second Fairy Tale movie. It's supposed to be at the end of everything, I guess. Well, no, because the manga's still, well, I don't know. It's really confusing. But
was that the one where it was like this one girl that was kind of like a friend of the main protagonist?
This is a brand new Fairy Tale movie that's coming out.
Okay, because I did see one where there was like a friend.
You're talking about the Phoenix Princess. I have seen that one.
That one, yeah.
That's really good. By the way, the composer who lets me uses music for intro and outro. If I were going to make an anime, right? That's who I would hire him. That's who I would get to do the soundtrack.
Man.
Yeah, I got you. There's like every now and then there's a couple of composers where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put you on my list to call.
Yeah, he's really cool on Facebook. You can actually you can add him on Facebook and he'll add you back and all that stuff. I know it's him because only he would release videos of him in the recording studio.
Yeah.
But he's something. He's even bigger nerd than we are probably. But Yasharu Takanashi really cool.
Make some of that shit.
But his music, like, let's talk about that for a second. His music, like, I'm a heavy metal guy. I'm into metal, right?
Metallica.
And you listen to his music, he'll have like this.
Hey guys, let me call y'all back. I'm gonna call y'all back, okay?
Alright.
So his music will have like this sad, like depressed type music, right? And then next thing you know, he brings in these heavy guitars and want to kick your ass type music. I'm like, what?
Hell yeah! You got me sold.
I mean, so I was watching. I forgot the name of the show that I was watching yesterday, but I heard the music. Right? I'm like, this composer sounds really, really. What's the word I'm looking for? Familiar. So I looked it up. I'm like, oh my god, that's who I thought that was. It's Yasharu Takanashi. He should just do everything.
Yeah, there are some composers I will say that have a little bit of their own style. That you can recognize right off the bat.
The Fairy Tale composer, who is also the composer for Boruto and Naruto Shippuden. Who also did, I believe, what else did he did? I pretty much have all of the soundtracks he did on my computer, basically. That's how great he is. But speaking of Boruto. Who's enjoying it? Or what they're watching?
I don't like it.
I haven't.
I did see a
It's not
little
my
bit
bad.
of the manga, but the thing is, to be honest with you, is that like right out the bat when I read like the beginning of it, and the kid and his son Boruto was talking about.
I thought Boruto was his daughter.
Story, this is my story, blah blah blah. Oh, he never shows me enough attention, kind of dad. Now I'm going to be a little bitch about it. And right off the bat, that kind of turned me off.
The second you brought up the whole, you thought you was a girl, right? The English dub is out too. It's not out, but when the movie came out, they dubbed it. I don't know why they chose a girl to do the voice for it. I'm like, could you just pick somebody who wasn't? Just because Naruto's voice actor with a woman.
I mean, Americans aren't that different. I mean, the voice actor for Kevin off of Edna and Eddie was a female.
No, my point is, no, I'm saying because Naruto was voiced by a woman. If Naruto was voiced by a woman, it doesn't mean his son's got to be voiced by a woman. Is what I'm saying. That was my point. But like, speaking of which, there is a character in the new series that kind of reminds me a lot of a certain character named Hinata. I forget her name at this very point in time, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys know who I'm talking about.
I think it was I actually haven't heard the voice, but I think he was a girl. I thought she was a whatever. I thought Boruto was a girl mainly because he wears a lot of pink too underneath that jacket of his.
Well, so what's that supposed to mean?
Well, usually in the animation world, that's usually a symbol for a girl.
I mean,
a lot of times.
I don't remember seeing Hinata wear any pink that much.
Sakura did.
Well, Sakura was always about pink because she's what, Sakura?
Well, that don't count because her hair is pink.
And also, yeah, I actually, you know what? I think I did actually hear the voice clip. That and the Japanese version and the Japanese voice too. They were both female sounding.
Well, the English one is totally 100% female. I don't know who it is that's doing that voice though, but it's probably not who I think it is. But I thought it was Colin Clickenbeard, but it's not her. Which, by the way, that's the person I wish they had added to the Musume show. But by the way, okay, so speaking of the whole fairy tale thing,
I love that intro.
Huh?
It's just the intro of Fairy Tail. I really, really like it.
Do you like Fairy Tail though?
I haven't watched all of it. I'm not saying. All right, I'm gonna say that I am not like a huge anime fan because every now and then I'll watch a little bit of an episode of this show or that show, and then I kind of like just move on. But I do enjoy the anime genre quite a bit, especially a couple of shows. But Fairy Tail, I will say, the whole concept of it, and then the intro with its music, it just grabbed a hold of me. I really do like what I've seen so far of Fairy Tail.
What, you know the soundtrack?
Oh yeah, like it's the opening soundtrack. Yeah.
Well, that's because all the soundtrack is done by Yoshihiro Takanashi. That's why it sounds so epic.
Lord and Savior.
I call him an anime god when it comes to music. I don't know why I called him that, but I told him like I think it was sometime last year. I told him I actually put on like some of his like music, and I said I actually fell asleep listening to his music, and he for what I told him, it's not like because I don't like it or anything. I did it because I enjoy his music. And he said,
"Oh yeah,"
and he told me that was the nicest thing somebody's ever said about his music. So, so it's just
nice.
I mean, he's a really cool dude, you know. That's who I would love to get on the show.
Yeah, that would be nice. I can throw him a comment and say that, hey, your music actually grabbed a hold of me to make me want to watch the show. So, hey,
but
props.
Fairy Tales is really. I mean, the show. I mean, the manga's really this close to opinion. You know, they're. I mean, by the way, if you. All right, so a lot of people who've watched Fairy Tale know who Lucy and Natsu and Urza and Gray are. You know, that's the Team Natsu. The creator of Fairy Tale sort of accidentally got caught saying that he does have an ending for Natsu and Lucy get together.
Oh yeah.
Basically, he kind of didn't know he was getting recorded when he said this.
Yeah.
And he said he has the name that he chose with the daughter is named Nashi Drag Me Up. I'm like,
All right.
Wow.
I'm like, it's happening. It's just going to happen. I'm sorry, it's happening. You can tell by watching, you know, even though if you skip half of the show and watch, you know, halfway through the series, you still are going to realize. Like,
Yeah.
Like, but my favorite character from the entire show is Urza. Okay, there's several reasons why.
Yeah, she's pretty entertaining.
She's
That
hot.
whole attitude and desire for marriage. Oh, God.
She's hot, funny sometimes.
Redhead.
Yeah, redhead.
Right there. That's a major plus for me, by the way.
You step on her cake or destroy her cake, you're gonna die. Hey, you piss her off, you're gonna die.
Well, I'll say, just piss her off or get you killed.
Yeah. But yeah, Urza. Another character I actually like on there is Mary Jane.
Which one was that again, by the way?
She was the long-haired, who seemed like one of the nicest characters in the entire show. She was a long-haired white girl. The long-haired girl with the white hair.
The white hair?
Yeah, long hair.
I really can't remember that person right now.
She had like half of her hair stuck up a little bit.
Huh. I need to go back to that show because I can't remember that person.
She was in, I think, episode 2, I think. She was in there.
Which is sad because I've gone past 2. I remember the blue-headed one who really likes the ice guy. Remember that one.
Oh, Juvia.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
All she wants to do is just is banging. That's all she wants.
That's basically, yeah, that's her story arc.
That's it. She's my kind of girl. Well, she's hot anyway, but still.
Yeah. There's a lot of good-looking ones. It's anime.
Yeah. Where was I going with that? Oh, and then Bleach. You know, not a lot of people like. I can understand why not a lot of people like. Whoa, what the? Somebody's dying on the podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry. Swallowed some water wrong.
But
That's what she said.
got
She
him.
said she swallowed water wrong.
So, Bleach.
Your joke has failed.
Well, I mean, the human body is mostly made of water, so I mean.
I mean, so yeah, that would mean she swallowed herself.
Wait, if
Anywho,
anyone wants to
Bleach.
It happened again.
Hey, if anybody's seen Musume, then you know there's a character that is literally made of water. Still, but you know a lot of people didn't like Bleach. I know I'm going through the big three. Fuck.
Yeah.
But you know, Bleach is. You know, I'm still mad. Do you think they're ever going to continue the anime for Bleach?
I'm gonna say
don't know.
no.
Why not?
I'm just not really sure. I mean, from what I've heard, I mean, I don't know. I guess they just don't want to anymore. I don't know. I mean, I kind of stopped watching it like when they finally got to that one fight with Ice, and I kind of stopped watching it by that point. So I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't know. To be honest with you, the only like actual legit anime that's left is One Piece of that big three. So you know,
Yeah.
Naruto's over with. Bleach is over with. Fairy Tail literally is fixing to come to an end.
The only one of the big three that's still around is One Piece.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, that shit's gonna last forever. Oh my god.
Sorry, I probably couldn't hear you over me coughing to death.
So Coletrain or something, whoever brought up My Hero Academia.
Yeah, that was me.
They have announced. Where is it at? Oh, I'm already on here. I believe it's season 2 that's coming out, right?
Oh, really?
Yes. They have revealed the anime's opening and cast for Gran.
All right. I mean, I really need to catch up. Then need to hop onto the Kiss Anime website for it.
A lot of people consider the OVAs of season 3, but
I don't know. I wouldn't call it.
Well, but the thing is, I don't know if have you read the manga?
Kind of.
Well, I've read it. I've read it all up to the end, and the manga has come back. For those who don't know, the manga has come back. Oh wait, Phil's back.
I think so.
She was a hacker. Yeah. Well, she comes back. She starts, a relationship with Benny again. And
wait,
she
this
makes like a
person who
passing-
dies and can come back and die and come back, and she's a detective, right?
What?
Is that what this is?
No, this is not Black. This is Black Lagoon.
Okay.
I
I must be thinking of some other one.
That's not the show at all.
Yeah, because there's
This
this
one's the
because
show at all.
that sounded just like this one other one I know, where it's like some woman who's a detective, and if she ever
she's not
gets
a
killed, she can come back to life. And there's this one person she works with that's kind of like her info gatherer, computer girl, but they have a lesbian relationship, so that's why I was like, it sounded very familiar.
No, it's a guy-girl relationship in here, and she's a counterfeiter. But that's not important. The thing is, she makes like a passing comment, like she's talking shit to Revy or something, saying something like she'd like to, I don't know, sleep with Rock or something. Revy, it's hard to describe what happened.
Uh-huh.
Revy threatened to turn her into a lesbian.
Wait,
Alrighty.
Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious exactly how
Like I was saying, Revy was going to sleep with her, and she would never want to be with guys again. That's what I was meaning. Because she was, I don't know how to fucking describe it, but that's just what happened when
You just gotta see it to believe it.
When she was making a comment about Rock.
That's what somebody would say if they liked that person.
In Revy's own way, probably.
I mean,
I guess that's
but
one
to
way
be
to
fair,
put
And I
something.
do not think it was at all consensual what she was talking about, what Revy was talking about.
if you think about it, I'm knowing Revy, but still, if you even attempt to make some type of like you were going to kill Rock or something, she ain't having it. Basically.
No, if she threatened to kill Rock, she would have just pulled the gun out and blown
No,
her
not her.
frickin'
I'm
head
talking
off.
I'm talking about anybody else. That wasn't Revy.
Yeah, no, I know.
So, how did we start talking about Black Lagoon? I don't remember how that happened.
I brought it up.
Yeah, he just mentioned it.
Yeah. So the My Hero Academia, that's gonna be season 2. That's gonna be good. There's this new anime that's coming out. That looks interesting. That I saw the trailer for. It's called what's the name of it? Classroom of the Elite, which is going to premiere on July 12th at 11 p.m. I'm guessing that's Japan time.
All right. So what is that about?
Basically, I'm about to find out what it's about. If I can find some.
What is that about?
Sounds like a high family thing. Elite.
Let me see if I can find I'm gonna use a thing called Wikipedia.
High school students are being trained to be these elite warriors of something.
Huh.
I mean, if it's classroom,
that actually doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, I mean, high school seems to be a popular thing in anime, but yeah,
Yeah, I have noticed that too.
it's like classroom this and high school that.
I mean, it seemed interesting, so I'm going to check it out. I like watching new things, and if there's a really
Oh yeah,
you know,
I mean, keeps your life more interesting, and not always the same thing for like forever. So stagnant. Got to be creative.
Oh wait, okay, here it is. I found the plot summary of the show.
All right, lay it down on me.
So it's basically it is high school. You're right.
All right.
It is a leading, I guess it's like a prestigious school with state-of-art facilities, where nearly 100% of the students go to the university to find. It basically, well, hold on, let me see what. I think it's more like them trying to, I guess, get a job, basically. So it seems like,
That doesn't sound interesting at all.
Of the elite. Now that sounds like it's just following a bunch of, like, I guess you could say, like,
oh wait, no, hold on,
rich.
there's more to it. There's more to it.
Okay.
Basically, I guess a group of people are gonna find like, have freedom to wear any hairstyle, whatnot. But basically, what I've gathered from this is there's gonna be like this one group where something bad is going on, but they want to try to figure it out. Like it looks like there's a it says, but the truth is that only the most superior students receive the basically. It's probably nothing special. Let me see if I can. Let me see what.
It's probably a corruption scandal. That's probably what this whole thing's about, like corruption. Just by the way you're describing this.
I mean,
like the elite of the world. The rich people.
I mean, I'm reading this. I mean, it kind of makes no sense to me, though.
Huh.
Holy crap, there's going to be 21 cast members in this show. So that's...
Holy shit.
But,
Well,
I'm going to check it out just to see what it actually... I mean, it's better to watch it than explain it.
Is the cast a single, like a whole entire class?
I know.
Hold on.
Let's see.
I think maybe we ought to start winding down now. Because there's only 3 of us. I'm fixing to head off,
Well,
most of everyone dropped off already.
Well, Monster Musume, there's a double coming out. I'm excited for that. That's something I want to talk
Oh, yeah.
about, but that's pretty cool. I'm not sure which one of you seen Monster Musume or going to watch it. One of those. Somebody said that.
I definitely need to do my homework for this podcast. So I'll probably be doing more anime shows now.
We're going to talk about your guys' project, but do you still want? I mean, whose shindig is this originally?
Who originally came up with this? All right, I think it was entirely between Charley and Phil. I think those two were the ones who came up with it, and Donovan was joining right after them, because I met those 3, and they were talking about it, and I said, hey, I'm like to jump on board. So then I was next, and then just blossomed from there. Then it was Kapili, then Davis, and we got this other guy named Earl. So I'd say Charley, Philip, and Donovan.
Well, I told Philip the reason why I can't show them because that would take me even longer to edit, and I don't
Yeah, I get you editing and
like if I can. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure something on that one. But but I wanted. Who wrote the story of the show so I can actually figure it out?
I did.
All right. Well, since you're the one who's here,
Yeah.
enlighten us about the Shadow Dwellers.
Okay. All right. So it is I believe it's what you call a shonen or shippuden?
What?
No.
Is it
Shonen.
Yeah, it's shonen. Wait, is it a show or is it a manga? What is it?
We're trying to get. It's starting off as a manga, but we want to try to get a show out of it.
Because that was originally what we were wanting. I mean, what we wanted to do was to turn it into a full anime show, but just doing it all by scratch, it seemed like way too much. So we decided to reduce it down to a manga and try and self-publish our own manga. For Shadow Dwellers, so the type of story is based off of the sort of like single long journey story like type Shippuden, right? That's what you call it?
Naruto
Shonen.
Yeah, shonen.
Yeah. So that's what kind of style of a story it is. And it's basically it's these four warriors who live in modern day Japan, and these are like basically the heirs to the clans that they live in, and they're serving their clan and trying to what?
In this version of Japan, samurais and ninjas are still around in the modern day, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a mix of modern and sort of like feudal Japan, but we'll get to that later.
How about that manga made in America set in Japan? That has never happened.
yeah, that's kind of neat, kind of original.
Before you continue, if you are like samurais and ninjas in modern day, there's a show out there called, I believe it's called Gate, which has, I believe, like basically it's like another thing. All right, so basically there's a military going on, Japanese military, but then there's like this, I guess, like this invisible wall that goes into another world, and then they come over here.
Yeah, I've heard of this show. I've watched it.
It's a really good show. One of my favorite characters on there. I've already said this. Her name is Mercury. I believe it's Rory Mercury. Who looks at the age of like 14, but she's like 900 something years old. So, but
Oh, okay. So aging is completely in time is basically different for them.
Well,
not necessarily.
Well, I don't think age matters in anime anymore. So.
Well,
No,
I mean, I'm talking
not.
about aging. You said 900 years old, but looks like 14. That's what I was saying. So it's like 900 years for them is like 14 for us.
Kind of. All right, think about Avatar: The Last Airbender. He's like over 100 years old, but physically.
Actually, she's a demon. That's why. She's a demon.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. There you go.
She's still adorable.
All right. Oh, so the main story. The overall main story.
Sorry, just
it's all good. Don't worry about it. The overall main story is fairly simple and straightforward. It's just a journey along the ways where there's a lot more to it, and I could sit here forever if I wanted to spoil it, but I'm not going to do that. So the main story: 4 heroes, these warriors, heirs to their clan, and they're really doing their best to basically keep the peace because Japan, the clans gained more and more power and influence over their people and regions and started having issues with each other to the point where it's about to break out in a full civil war. So,
Now, is this team made up of ninjas and samurais?
Yes.
This sounds a little bit similar to what we said earlier with Samurai 7.
Yeah.
Now, is it like start out with one person and then they get people in there, or however?
They happen to run into each other almost by sheer coincidence.
Yeah, see, that's sort of like, well, not like Samurai 7, but
Yeah. They used to know each other when they were younger. In fact, actually, a couple of them were from the same clan, basically grew up together, and the other two also used to know each other.
I kind of like that with animes. Is like when there's usually at least 2 characters that actually know each other.
Yeah.
But like haven't been around each other for like years, and then like all of a sudden they end up in the same group together or whatnot.
That's exactly what happens, and all 4 of them were sent on a mission to investigate the presence of some sort of strange creature that's that they believe has a demonic origin, and when they do track it down, they happen to run into each other in the same city of Osaka with this creature.
Yeah, there's some mystical aspects to the series.
Yeah, so that's how they're going to meet up eventually, but that's the only spoil I'm going to do.
I mean, have you noticed that anytime somebody's making an anime or a manga, they either use Osaka, Tokyo, or Kyoto?
Yep.
It's really weird.
Yep, I know. I just
America, the only cities. I mean, the only cities they ever use here in movies are Washington, New York, and San Francisco.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about Big Hero 6, it's not really San Francisco. It's more like Tokyo.
Yeah.
But so question: where did the name Shadow Dwellers come from?
Okay. You're gonna have to actually ask them, because to be honest with you, when I first heard the name, I was like, At first, it sounded a little, I wouldn't necessarily use the word generic, but it seemed kind of, I don't know, it didn't seem that much of an interesting name. We were thinking about changing it, but then we decided to keep it back at Shadow Dwellers, and I just kind of ran with it. So I guess in terms of Shadow Dwellers, because eventually they start to...
I mean, do you guys have other names in mind besides that one?
I can't think of any.
Not really. To be honest with you, we threw in a couple things for shadow walkers, and I was like, yeah, that got even worse. And then it was like dwellers in the shadows or something like that.
I still have this idea of make a manga, and I have already named the character, and I've drawn it somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I call him Tetsuya Ozaki. I don't know how I came up with that name to begin with, first of all. But he, like I said earlier, he was a crossover between. He was a mix of like Gaara, Sasuke, and there was another character, and I believe
yeah, you mentioned him.
I think his name. I think it was a character from Bleach that I'm thinking about.
Sasuke. Yeah, I can't think of the other one now.
I don't know.
Oh my God, who was it? I know it was somebody from Bleach. Oh, now I remember. It was not Grimjow. No, it was Grimjow that I was thinking about, but he doesn't look like Grimjow. But wait, no, it was L.
L
from Death Note. That's who I was thinking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, that
really
did.
This with Charley and Philip here, because it would have, since they were like the founders of this whole thing, they probably could have given a lot more to it. Because aside from Earl, I'm like the newest. I'm the second newest person here, so I don't know everything.
Well, who's illustrating it all?
Well, I do a lot of the prop designs, really, mainly.
Yeah.
That's
at first it was mainly Kafili as the illustrator, and now we brought on Earl to sort of help with the load, and so those two are basically our main guys, because Earl's going to be doing more of the environments and landscapes, while Kafili does more the characters.
I think I have the picture of Tetsuya on my Facebook, because I wanted to share it, while I was watching Tekken 101 while drawing this, and I'm like, okay, well, he needs a love interest kind of type character to rub off of. That sounds really wrong, but
it's all right.
Phrasing, buddy, phrasing.
But so I'm like, okay, so I gotta come up with somebody. So what I did was, I took, a normal design that I saw on Twitter, not Twitter, but that was a damn thing called Google, of a generic anime character drawing, but it was a bald head, I guess, because there was to work with. So I took that and then added some things to it and made her hair really long, and I believe I called her, if I don't have it up here, I think I called her okay, here we go. And then my drawings, which I did. That's where I put all my drawings at. I put them on here. Let me see if if they're gonna load. There we go. Did I not add it in here? It's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's in my timeline. That's why I know. That's why I can't find it. Let's see. Let me look. My computer sucks. See if I can find it here.
Well.
Oh, okay. I only have that one guy up. But
Okay.
let me see if I can put this in the chat so you guys can look at it. That was my guy I created. That's Tetsuya. That's who I came up with. If you look at him, he looks like a mix between Gaara, Sasuke, and L in Death Note.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Okay, I see now.
That was the character I came up with, and then I believe I called her. Now I remember why I named her. I named her Sakura Suzuki. Don't know how I came up with that name either.
Well, whatever. You got a name.
But I don't have. I want to do it like I want to. The story I want to do is something like Gundam, but like a little bit with. It's more like Gundam, but with. I guess like. It's really hard to explain because it's working. It's a working process basically, but.
Yeah.
That's what I got in mind, and this Shadow Dwellers thing sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Oh, wait. I didn't complete the rest of the. Let me try and wrap this up. Okay. All right. So Japan is splitting up now back into individual clans all over the place, and you got like rogue warriors who used to serve Japan, but still want to serve all of the people of Japan, and so they believe it's noble for them to start taking up missions and tasks from multiple clans that they believe is right to help sort of keep the peace and perform justice. And so that's where Japan is right now. But then to the far north, in the island of Hokkaido, a mysterious demonic presence has just randomly appeared. And no one knows how the hell it got there and when it got there exactly. But it is clearly has the intent to consume all of Japan as it's starting to spread further south. And these four warriors are then tasked to then discover more about this demonic presence that's spreading, discover its origins, why it's here, how to stop it before it possibly consumes all of Japan. So that's really all the story, like, and the main goal of it in a nutshell.
That we can give away at least.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're like reading a summary, that's what you'll see, and and it's never lost throughout all the seasons. It's like one epic journey to save Japan and possibly maybe the world. So that's mainly what it is, without giving it away, because then once you actually start like to read it, or if it was a show, you start watching it, it's the experience of the journey is where you start to get more and more of the story, where there's a lot more to it that develops. But overall, the number one goal that's never lost is to basically stop this demonic force and learn of its origins and why it's here.
It does sound interesting. So, but
yeah.
I'm still shocked that no one asked me to draw it. But okay. I mean, judging by that, I'm really good at that stuff. So
yeah.
But I don't know what I'm gonna call what I did with Tetsuya. He is gonna be the main character. He's gonna be like a lone. It's basically gonna be like a lone wolf of this, of my type of thing. But
okay.
But then
I got you.
Then there's that girl Sakura who comes in and that dog. It's really it's a working process, but
No, I got you. I mean, stuff like this, especially if it's sort of like your own pet project, you definitely want to take your time to really.
I do know that if I ever do the anime, I know who I'm calling.
Yeah, like I said, it's like every now and then, especially like composers, like you mentioned. Once you hear it, you got to put them right on that list.
want to thank everybody who showed up on this podcast.
And stayed.
Who's here. PsychoKnight, you can follow him on Twitter, Facebook. Well, if you want to do that on Facebook, don't be creep. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. Odd Man Out, who was supposed to be here, but he's not. So,
Odd Man Out.
Yep, he is the odd man out this time. Charley, who was
literally
here for a little bit.
Donovan.
And Donovan, who was here mostly.
Yeah.
Somebody had the great. Oh, it was you actually. Never mind. Somebody changed their. Okay. Coletrain, which is a really clever name. I don't know. How the hell did you come up with that? First of all.
Gears of War. There's a character name. Well, my name is Cole, and then when Gears of War came out, and it was this.
I literally thought you came up with that just because based off the band Coletrain.
No, because
Coldplay. That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, no, not so much. Yeah, ever since that game came out, and that was back when I was still playing football, and he happened to be basically a football player, so I was like, yep, I'm taking that name.
Hey, at least you didn't call your name isn't Victor Freeze. That would have been really awkward.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And then who else was here? And then
B.
Davis the Game.
Oh yeah, Davis.
Well, I could have sworn I thought earlier he said Davis the Game Whore.
It's Davis Game Lord.
I know, but when you first said it, that's why it sounded like to me.
Lord of Whores.
By the way, Mina would probably hate me if I didn't do this. Go out buy their Big Gear's new album called OZ Rebellion. Great stuff. She probably hurt me. She probably beat me up if I didn't mention it at all. Yeah. So this is FullMetalOtaku episode 12. I don't know what we're gonna call this. I'm probably gonna call it Great Balls of Fire. I don't know.
Who cares?
Not a bad name. Not a bad name.
Let's not say we did.
Yep.
So yeah, this is FullMetalOtaku. Well, hopefully I'll be back for episode 13. I did promise everybody that we're going to do Angel Beats. That is still on the radar. At some point, I should make sure everybody will give them the links, watch it. Whoever wants to, you guys want to be part of that?
Sure. Well, why not? What is it?
Well, I've never seen Angel Beats, so I can't really bring much opinion to it.
I know I'm gonna rewatch it. The other members of the podcast are going to rewatch it, and we're going to do a review of it. Yeah, I guess you can watch it if you want. I told everybody... Huh?
I'll watch it, but I can't promise I'll be involved.
I told everyone, but we're not watching the Japanese version because it's more... What's the word I'm looking for? It gives you more of the feels if you watch it in English, basically. So we're going to watch the English dub version. But... yeah, that's pretty much it. We also got at some point we're gonna do a review of. I'm gonna do a review of this Classroom of the Elite. This sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
I finally got my thoughts of the Ghost of the Shell movie. Don't worry about the reviews of the Ghost in the Shell movie. That's gonna be good. Hopefully, whenever the Castlevania TV Netflix show comes out, hopefully it's gonna be great. Other stuff we're gonna do: Cowboy Bebop, Kill a Kill, Akame ga Kill, a lot of good stuff.
Akame ga Kill was all right. I like it.
I really like Kill a Kill, by the way.
Kill a Kill.
Despite what other people have said about it, I thought it was entertaining on its own.
Have you seen Kill a Kill?
Kill a Kill, bits and pieces. It was a little too stupid. It was a little too stupid.
Too stupid.
Hey, Coletrain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Who do you think my waifu is from Kill a Kill?
Oh fuck.
Wait, what? Your wife?
Yeah, my waifu.
Wife.
Your wife from Kill. Let's see. I guess I can't remember her name. I guess the sister of Ryoko. I don't know.
Oh damn it! How'd you know that?
Oh, really?
Yes.
I got it right.
I love Satsuki.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess a more bustier chick seems to fit you better than Ryoko.
Oh, Ryoko. I'd rather hang out with Ryoko than
I was about to say everything that I want in a woman. That's Ryoko. Like that's.
I mean, if you've seen a comic get killed, there's a few there.
Well, I've seen a couple episodes. There was that one blonde one I was starting to dig for a little bit.
Oh, I know you. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, Leone.
yeah, the taller one.
I like.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
crazy as hell.
I like Asdeath too. The blue-haired chick.
Death scares me. I ain't screwing around with that.
But
Nah.
But if you had to give a choice between death and doing her, which one would you choose?
What?
If you had to
The
choose,
way you worded that sounded weird.
if you had to choose between death or doing as death, you know, I'd go with banging her.
That's a hard choice, man.
You mean to tell me them titties are not going to get to you?
Have you not seen what that woman can do?
Yeah, I have, but she's like.
Just imagine in bed.
There was this scene where she had a man on a chain and she was making him lick her boot and she was beating the shit out of him. I'm not into that fucking shit, man.
I mean, you know,
If you live, that's a great story to tell somebody.
okay, if you live and decide it's like, so what'd you do during your life? I got beat by.
I'm not having this conversation.
No.
Yes, we are having this conversation.
I would have said, hold on. I would have said, well, I don't know about you, but I got beaten by a really hot girl.
What?
While being hung upside down on a chain. What'd you do for today?
And not only that happened, immediately after that we did it.
Yeah.
That's basically her telling me if you're a good boy, you can have some fun.
On Boto
What
Psych.
the hell is this conversation?
Anyway, but yeah, we're
There
gonna
it
do
goes,
some
bro.
kill stuff and comic kill. Hopefully down the line. I also want to do the Rurouni Kitchen movies. Want to do those. But yeah, you know, that's been FullMetalOtaku. I got some editing to do. A lot of editing to do.
Have fun.
Peace.